Time for Backlash. I think we're live, people. Let me check everything, see what's going on. Maybe we're not live yet, as nothing is popping up on Facebook. We're live, people. Ooh. Let me check everything, see what's going on. Apparently, okay, we're live on YouTube. Not live yet. Live on YouTube. Very good, very good. What about Facebook? We got nothing on Facebook yet. Backlash is starting, people. Let's go. Okay, here we go. Live on Facebook. Very good. Okay. Well, we can't start Rassle Rock without the music.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to Rassle Rock with Rick Connor.
What the F was that entire freaking promo about?
Mark Hallbacher.
She's like the James Ellsworth of women.
And Corey Castle.
I look like Paul London and Brian Kendrick mixed.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Let me turn my mic up here a little bit. Is that better for you guys? Can you hear me? All right, man. We're starting Backlash. The show's about to start. It's 7 o'clock. If you're not watching live, I apologize. I'm literally just starting. As soon as my voice hit right after the theme song started, the Backlash, Then Now Forever, that thing played. So if you're watching after it's live, you can catch up with us and you can still watch it. So the pay-per-view is on now. If you're watching live, you can watch along with me. That's very cool. Comments are open on YouTube and on Facebook. So feel free to leave me a comment, and we'll talk about it. We'll talk about whatever you guys want. Corey Castle is down the shore with his girlfriend. It's his girlfriend's birthday, so I gave him the day off, if you want to call it that. He's taking some nice some R&R with the missus. So Mark Hallbacher also won't be joining us. He's the quarantine has been partially lifted, and he can officially go back to work. I've seen all these flashes on my face. It's because I have a big giant monitor with the show on it right next to me here. So that's why I'm going to be looking over to here for most of the time, which sucks because my microphone is on this side and will not reach. Oh gosh, did I just mess it up? Can you still hear me? I hope you can still hear me. Okay. All right, man. Oh, this is going to be so staticky. Staticky. Yeah, man. So it's just going to be me. I thought about inviting Matt Flowers or Nick Burke or Eddie Valentine or Nico Sozio or anybody that we've had on in the past. But I kind of want to do it by myself because why not? Why not do it by myself? It's I don't know how good it's going to be. I've said many times that I should not be the host of this show. I should be the kind of quiet sidekick. That's what I usually say. I've said it since the beginning. We've been on the air for 5 years doing podcasts and such, and I keep on saying I should not be the host and that it's everybody's show, but I'm the guy that runs all the backstage stuff. I'm the guy that runs the audio editing and the video editing and all that kind of stuff. So it's usually just me. And today it is just me. But it's okay. I got my Diet Coke ready. I got 2 more cans sitting right there. I watched the pre-show. I really wish the Andrade and Apollo Crews match for the United States Championship was on the actual show itself. But I think there's plenty of title matches to go around for everybody on the show. Very few matches that aren't for any kind of title. I like that graphic. Performance Center in Orlando, Florida. That guy's going nuts. I'm going to go nuts myself today. I'm feeling I'm just going to be a fan. That's all I'm going to be. Hey, we're starting off with the women's tag team match. That's pretty cool. You're going to hear me saying that this is awesome a lot because I enjoy watching wrestling. Everybody gets on from Nick Burke to Corey Castle to Matt Flowers to Mark Hallbacher, and they give their honest opinion, which is fine. And I'm not disagreeing with them at all or saying that they shouldn't be able to do that. But I like positivity. I like being positive about things. I really enjoy watching wrestling. So why crap on it when it's bad? Why not just praise it when it's good? That's what I say. So I'm going to praise it today. Today is just going to be me praising how good this show is. If it's good. I hope it's good after this wind up that I'm giving it here. So what is it? It's Nikki Cross and Alexa Bliss versus Bayley and Sasha Banks versus the Iconics. And yes, I'm still calling them the Iconics because they still spell their name with 2 I's for some dumb reason. Look, Iconic. The Iconics. Why? Because there's 2 of them? Yeah, they're a tag team. There's supposed to be 2 of them. Sorry, I said I was going to... Okay, I don't like the Iconics. They're fine in the ring, but their gimmick is that they're annoying, and I hate when gimmicks are just, hey, we're annoying. We're going to annoy the crap out of you. Sorry if I'm sniffling and touching my face a lot. I somehow just got a case of really bad allergies out of nowhere about 5 minutes before the show started. I was wearing my glasses, and I had to take them off because they were reflecting in the light too much. Look, I got a nice ring light that you can see perfectly in my glasses. So I had to take them off and put my contacts in, and then everything just said, oh, we're going into your eyes? Cool. Pollen, let's go. And now I'm just scratching my eyes and sniffling all the time. And my throat's closing up. So that's probably okay. I've been enjoying Bayley and Sasha Banks here. Let's listen to this promo here.
Some respect and introduce us properly because we are the first ever and without a doubt the best women's tag team champions ever. This is Sasha Banks, the boss, the blueprint, the standard. And me, well, Kayla, you can call me Bayley Dose Straps.
All right, Bayley Dose Straps, I will start with you. If you lose your tag team titles, will you lose your friendship with Sasha Banks?
Whoa, deep question, Kayla. But you are talking to the most dominant SmackDown Women's Champion in history. And like I said on Friday night, our friendship is unstoppable.
Unstoppable. Bayley Dose Straps. I get that they're trying to do like a...
Okay? You're trying to get in my head and make me think that if we lose this championship match, that I lose my friendship with Sasha. Well, guess what? After we raise our hands in victory, I want you to look in the mirror and tell yourself how stupid you are for even asking that question. The next time you have a question, why don't you say Charlie Caruso, okay? Because we are unstoppable, unbeatable, unconquerable. And we are the first ever women's tag team champions. Get out of my way.
So the question now becomes is what if Sasha...
Okay. Yeah, the Bayley Dose Straps thing, obviously they're going off the Becky 2 belts deal. And I don't really care for it. But I like Bayley and Sasha Banks together. They're obviously leading up to a split. Probably going to happen around SummerSlam. I heard that it was supposed to happen around WrestleMania, but there wasn't enough time to get it together that quick, and there was a whole thing. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens here, if they're going to lose the belts, if they're going to hang on to them. If I was booking, I think I'd pull the belts off them and get those gears rolling. SummerSlam is in 2 months. It's in August. You know what I mean? You pull the belts off now, you got 2 months to build that feud. 2 months. You know, why wait until the next pay-per-view? Why wait until July? Let's pull them up. Let's write something good, says the person who does not write. I am not a writer at all. My imagination is definitely on the fritz. But, you know, I'm not the one that gets paid to write. So write something good. Why not? Write a 2-month storyline. I heard somebody's calling these two the role models. That's the name of their team now, which is pretty cool. I don't know if that's official. I just kind of read it on Twitter today. Still like those tag team belts. They're still looking good. They did change them. There are new belts, right? That's not the same belts that were around last year at WrestleMania? Or whatever it was, Elimination Chamber? Right? They look different. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I apologize if my mic cuts in and out and you, well, like that. What the hell just happened? Hello. That sounds... What the hell? That just happened out of nowhere. I hope you guys can still hear me. Yeah, my mic's been giving me issues. I thought maybe it's the microphone. I thought it was the internet. I tried. Oh man, I have a. I'm not going to bring it out, but I have a 200-foot Ethernet cable that I tried to hook up directly into the router, and turns out it takes a lot more than just plugging it in. I didn't know that. So I have to figure out in my settings how to actually. It's been so long since I had a wired internet connection. WAN and LAN, I don't even remember what those things mean anymore. All right, let me. Cameron Hall. I hope Sasha Banks and Bayley win. Who do you want to win? Who do I want to win? I would go with Bayley and Sasha Banks. Honestly, they're a good team. I know it just rolled out this whole thing of, hey, let's write a 2-month storyline. But honestly, if it happens on Raw or SmackDown or whatever, where they lose the belts and then they start a feud there, or maybe they don't start a feud. Maybe they're just let's keep going with this team. Let's have an actual decent women's tag team. Damn this mic. I don't know what's happening. Let's have an actual women's tag team that's sticking together and that becomes a badass. When was the last time we had a women's tag team that you could liken to any tag team? It's like, oh, those guys are like the Road Warriors or Demolition or Natural Disasters. I don't know. I'm just spitting out. Ricky Morton and Bobby Eaton. I don't know. Whoever. Not that I think that anybody in this match right now is going to be a new Midnight Express or Rock and Roll Express or anything like that, but you know what I was saying. Let's build a legendary women's tag team. Even back in the day with like what was that? That was cool. That was a cool little breakup there, slid in between them. That was pretty awesome. Yeah, man, let's build a legendary women's tag team. Even back in the day with the Jumping Venom Angels, and actually that's the only team I can name from back then. I know there was more, but let's build up a women's tag team to be legendary. Why not? That'd be amazing. And why not have it be two of the best women wrestlers in the world right now, Bayley and Sasha Banks?
Was not legal. That's why she stepped out of the ring. Oh, and Bliss with a slap.
Bliss with a slap.
Banks as well. Tag made. Here comes Cross. Nikki Cross very upset.
Did I see Cassius Ohno in the background there? Is he in it? That is not Cassius Ohno. Never mind. The barking dog back here. Beauties of streaming. Hang on a second. It's Miller time. Or, just for the taste of it.
She made a tag, and the official says, I didn't see it. Now the tag's made, and here comes Bayley. More blatant than that. The only competitor in WWE history to have held the NXT, SmackDown, Raw Women's Championship.
A lot of people crap all over Bayley's heel reign ever since she turned heel. I'm digging it now. Like she finally got into her zone here with being a bad guy, I think. She's just owning it. She's owning it out there. She's looking good. She's going out there looking cocky heel, which is what she should be, and still calling herself a role model, which is genius. Not genius, but been done before. But she's doing it rather well. I apologize if you guys can hear the show through the video. I'm trying to figure out how to split the screen, project to a second screen, and keep the audio on this computer without broadcasting it over the internet. I got crazy demonetized for the NXT show, but I also showed a lot of the video on the NXT show. So that was probably a bad idea. It was like not even 12 hours later. It's like, WWE owns this and you need to stop playing this. Okay, you're right. So hopefully with just the audio, it'll be fine. If not, I'm just going to have to start watching these muted. Oh, my second can of Diet Coke already. Still in the first match.
Let's take one more look. Bailey holding Billy Kay. Boom! Right to the side of the face. I don't know that Billy Kay herself would have recovered in time to beat the officials' count. Thank goodness for Nikki Cross. And now Billy Kay just slinging Bailey to the mat.
I used to really dig Nikki Cross, man, back when she was with Insanity. Not too crazy about the no pun intended. Not too crazy about the face version, the good guy version of Nikki Cross, but she's still good. And teaming her with Alexa Bliss, everybody thought this was going to blow up into a big feud. Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross never did. They stuck together, so it's very cool. It's cool to be wrong sometimes. I'm supposed to have a ticker across this whole thing. Where are my banners at? I'm gonna call the role models.
Look at Alexa Bliss go. Bliss is taking down anybody in her path. Oh, what a right hand. Bliss was so proud to be tag team champion. She wants the title back here tonight. Double cross body. Listen, she's looked better than she ever has, Corey. Goddess is certainly firing on all cylinders tonight. Alexa and Nikki would love.
How come Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross don't have a tag team name? I also don't know how to spell Nikki. So,
Car crash initiated.
I'm losing it. What's happening? See, then my network freezes, and anybody that was watching along is screwed. It's just frozen. Awesome. I'm not live on the internet or anything. So anybody that is watching along with me, nope, it just froze again. Never mind. Jesus. You know, when your co-hosts cancel on you and you're doing something by yourself, you should just take that as a sign that you shouldn't do it. And just don't even try. Just give up immediately, because the world is going to give up on you. Why is it still frozen? Anyway, this is what I was trying to do. Yay, there's a thing on the bottom, and this is completely frozen. I'm going to have to restart this. Not the stream, just I'm going to have to refresh the network here. And I hope to God I can just pick up live. I don't care if I miss part of the match, because it's going to be incredibly difficult for anybody to watch along on this watch along when I'm not even watching it.
Up the
there we go.
Banks and Bailey retain. You know, Corey Bailey
all right, then.
Before this matchup.
Let me turn that back down. It's definitely copyrighted. No. There we go. Okay, I lost quality, but it's fine. I can still check it out. I can still see it. It's fine. So, I completely missed the ending. Everything froze. Everything went wonky. Resolution dropped to like 540p. I also got some new lights in the background here. I don't know if you can see that or not. Make some little shadow puppets. Something new. I don't know. Trying to make it look nice. Strowman pulling up. I've been digging this angle, man. This whole storyline. I know it's silly, and it's like a prank war and whatever. I'm digging it. Is that the same car they smashed on SmackDown, or did you just get it repaired, or is this a new car?
Well, this is Braun Strowman, the Universal Champion, arriving here at the WWE Performance Center. This is Prize Plymouth Grand National. This was earlier today, and he obviously got the car fixed after Miz and Morrison
Okay, yeah.
with a baseball bat
So same car.
a couple of weeks ago.
Beautiful Grand National, Braun's most prized possession.
Yeah, the 2-on-1 handicap match. I mean, I don't think that Miz and Morrison are going to win. I can't see that happening. Cameron Hall, he's happy. Good for you, Cameron. I'm happy as well. Just generally. But no, I'm happy that Sasha and Becky Lynch, Sasha Banks and Bayley won. Yeah, it's going to be good. And if they keep them together, it's going to be fantastic. If they decide to do a feud with the two of them and split them up, it's still going to be good. So either way, good for it. I'm here for it, man. Here for the whole thing. I really need to put my microphone over here. I know as soon as I try and do that while streaming, it's all going to go to hell. I'm going to lose mic. I'm going to lose video. I'm going to lose everything. I know it. But it's hard to talk over here when the mic's over here. Are we going Extreme Rules? Extreme Rules, baby. This is the match I keep playing on WWE 2K19. Yes, I said 19, not 20. How did they mess up the graphics so much? Doesn't matter. Extreme Rules. I like that logo. The purple and neon green looks cool. Or yellow. No, neon green. I was right.
But we are here tonight at WWE Backlash. Coming up
Oh, yeah. But yeah, I'm down for the Universal title match. I'm excited to see it. I think it's going to be silly. I think it's going to be brutal. And I think we're going to see Strowman retain. I don't see how we couldn't see Strowman retain. Sheamus and Jeff Hardy, man. I'm going to wait. I'm sure they're going to play a, what is it called? Vignette, whatever. Highlight reel of why these two are fighting. Yeah, here we go. After this happens, I'll jump in with my opinion.
Something awful.
This accident involved SmackDown superstar Elias.
I pulled up to the Performance Center parking lot. I grabbed all my stuff. I got out of the car and bam! Everything went dark.
Jeff Hardy?
The next thing I knew, police were surrounding me. They were asking me questions that I couldn't answer. Oh, my head, man. My clothes reeked of alcohol.
It smells just like the bottles in the car.
What is happening? I quit drinking, man. Man, I started to drift back to that dark time that I vowed I would never return to. How could I look my wife and my two daughters in the eye and explain something like this? I'm in that police station. They're throwing every sobriety test at me. I'm passing right and left. Eyewitnesses showed up that they interviewed. They said they saw the person get out of my car, flee the scene. The person had red hair and a red beard.
Red hair and a red beard.
Jeff, you're just
Who
doing
could
what
that
your
be?
entire life, blaming other people for your problems. You're just a junkie.
Ah, that J word.
Stay away from me. Everything I
Are we
worked
allowed to
for,
say that as a
sobriety,
society?
career,
Junkie?
my family.
Is that offensive to people who are trying to rehabilitate? Dogs barking and
Don't worry about the disappointment and embarrassment your wife and daughters would feel after another one of your slip-ups.
let's get the Sheamus versus Jeff Hardy ticker going.
Jeff Hardy's heard enough. And now Hardy takes Sheamus down. And now a probe by Sheamus. Now just a physical assault on Jeff Hardy. Sheamus doing everything in his power to make
Sorry, I'm getting
Jeff
sweaty.
Hardy hell.
Sweaty. But yeah, I got a 200-foot Ethernet cord, and I was trying to hook it up to this. And if the mic cuts out, in and out, I think it's the internet. I'm not sure.
Before I put my signature on that
Wow, they're still going with us. Okay,
you're gonna have to
I'll be
take
quiet.
a urine test. I even pay for the whole thing myself. That's how much I care.
If your beard is turning gray, don't do that to your beard.
You probably will.
Life advice.
Definitely won't be getting that match at Backlash because Because there's no way I'm going to step in the ring with a Juki.
And if this is what I have to do to get to you, then fine.
Kids, if you're a user, you're a loser. Come on, fella. Don't wind up like Jeff Hardy. We don't have all night. Whoa. Somebody really enjoyed happy hour today, huh? Before the doctor gives the bad news, anything you'd like to say?
Not urine.
Sometimes it's better to be pissed
It's
off.
really dehydrated if it is. It's like
Pissed
Gatorade.
on.
But the thought of that being urine is so disgusting.
Sheamus, my path toward last blaze of glory runs right through you.
So, I mean, Jeff Hardy has to win here, right? Like, this is so... like, if he doesn't, it's just a slap in the face to anyone that's going through rehab or anything like that right now. It's just so on the nose. It's so, like, too close to home with Jeff Hardy. And, that's cool. They can fist bump through the plexiglass.
He understands that this could be his last run here in WWE, that he could no longer make any mistakes, that he has to live every moment.
That's pretty cool. I didn't think of that.
To start here tonight with a win over Sheamus. I have a great deal of respect for what Jeff Hardy's attempted to do with his life. He's accepted his demons, confronted them, but now, tonight, Jeff Hardy must get past a very angry, humiliated
Who are these people? Like, I know they're students and they're learning and stuff like that, but sometimes, man, sometimes it's a little over the top. But still good. Still enjoying it. Still loving it. What is that in Jeff Hardy's back pocket? It can't be a shirt. Because the one he's wearing is ripped. Why wouldn't you put on the unripped shirt? Right? Or is it ripped on purpose? Did they add that fella to the music? Or was that him screaming right now? Because one is stupid and one is not. No, man. Positivity. No, I like Sheamus. Sheamus is cool. Hasn't been my favorite in the ring ever. I found him kind of boring. But when he really gets into a feud, when he like his feud with Daniel Bryan, his feud with Cesaro back before they started teaming up, when he really gets into a feud, he really brings it, and it's usually a really good match. So I'm hoping that's what we see tonight.
Sheamus wants to continue to build his legacy tonight at the expense of
I'm still sweating to death. I got central air. It's hot as hell up here still. I got a fan going on here. Look at this. My own private fan on my face. And it's, well, this thing isn't even strong enough to blow my hair back, so not a very strong fan. But okay, here we go. I was hoping they wouldn't just get in there and lock up. Why does everybody immediately go for his face paint? Like, that's not really sacred to him. The guy just likes to paint his face. It's not like a luchador mask that you pull off. Look, it's already gone already. Who was it? The last one. Was that WrestleMania? What was the last pay-per-view? Not NXT, the one before. What was that?
We have seen Sheamus turn opponents' lights out in the blink of an eye. It only takes a second. Sheamus has got to be
I don't remember. Because usually Backlash is after WrestleMania, and this time it wasn't. Was it Money in the Bank? It was Money in the Bank. And I don't remember who it was. That I think it was Cesaro. Pre-show. Cesaro and Jeff Hardy. Pretty sure. And Cesaro went for the face paint as well. It's all coming back to me now.
But tonight's on a whole other level. The Celtic Warrior was embarrassed and humiliated in front of the entire world last night. And that's what he was just screaming at Jeff Hardy about.
Somebody is cooking downstairs and it smells delicious. I had a big lunch on purpose so I wouldn't be hungry. And now I'm hungry.
Strategy by Jeff Hardy. Take out a leg of Sheamus. Neutralize the power of the Celtic Warrior. Take away the brogue kick because he can't plant on that left foot. Remember, he delivers it with his right, but he plants on the left. And that's what Hardy is doing here.
What is that in the back pocket? Does he just want to have a tail?
And Hardy again into the corner.
I know he's had this for a while. This isn't new. Well aware.
Hardy, a former 3-time world champion.
And then he just threw it away. Whatever it was, wasn't important.
Not to let his emotions get the best of him. This very important match in the career arc of Jeff Hardy.
Same can be said for Sheamus. I mean, since returning back in January, Sheamus still hasn't received the respect he believes.
Yeah, man. I'm glad that they're not trying to go out there and grapple and actually wrestle. This is a feud. This got personal. This should start and end by brawling. This should just be a brawl the entire time here.
Money in the bank, and he's won the Royal Rumble.
And there's still a great deal of gas left in Sheamus's tank.
I believe that he looks better than he ever has in the past couple of months. Best shape.
And it froze on me again. Well, time to restart it so it can just end. So the match can just end. And I'll be not seeing the match again. Oh, my internet connection sucks so bad. I don't even know how I'm streaming right now. It's probably because I'm streaming that I can't watch it. If I was able to watch it perfectly, I wouldn't be able to stream very well. It's 2020. Why do I not have better internet? I'm in Philadelphia. Like, I'm not out in the woods in, Alabama where there's no cell phone towers or anything like that. Sorry if everybody's watching from Alabama and they're totally by a cell phone tower. I don't know. Okay, we're back on. And I got to turn this down
that you
again.
spoke about earlier, and it's served
Jeff Hardy
There we go.
throughout his career, but he's got to be asking himself, how many opportunities does he have left to step up to the plate, to hit that final home run?
Sheamus bounced right off the announce table, face first, and now sent back into the ring. And he understands this could be it.
Look at this one more time.
That's cool.
Hardy sacrificing
That was a
his
cool
own
move.
body to take out his opponent. Hardy now with bad intentions for the ring stairs.
Him jumping off the steps like that, I'm always for it.
In this matchup tonight,
It goes back to Jeff's ability to control his emotions in this matchup. We saw him do it well at that particular juncture. Jeff now, look at him. Not going to overpower Sheamus under any circumstance.
now Sheamus is burying Hardy in the corner, and now look at the well-placed elbows back of the neck by Sheamus. Every single
Cole's doing a good job today of calling these matches so far.
Incredible precision.
Got to turn this down a little bit more without turning it off. There we go. Got to be able to hear it, but it can't be projected over the internet because then I'll be demonetized and I'll cry. Let me see this again here. Oh God, yeah, it did. Was that that was intentional, right? Like they called that spot. Here, let me smash your knees into the ring post. I mean, at least they're plastic now and they're not steel like they used to be. I don't know what that was. That did not look good. Sun's starting to set here. And I don't mean Corey Castle. Did you see his Instagram post? He said, "Good night, sun." Is he implying that he is the sun and he's going to bed? I don't know. Turn up these lights a little bit here. All right. One of these days, I'll be all set. And I'll be streaming much better. Streaming is very new to me, if you haven't already guessed. Hey to everybody that's watching. We got some people on Facebook and on YouTube watching, so what's going on? Feel free to leave a comment. I'll talk about you. I'll address it online if you like. Because no one else is commenting right now, so you might as well. That backbreaker always looks sick. Always looks like it destroys him, and it's awesome. And he needs to do that once a match at least. It's like when I first saw Randy Orton's backbreaker, you know, when he kind of puts your back over his back and drops to his knees. You've seen that move. It's kind of like that. When I first saw that, I thought it was awesome. And I wanted to steal it and use it for myself. But then he kept doing it all the time, and it just became one of his moves. So nobody can use it. At least not right now.
Begin to be a part of this matchup for Sheamus. Sheamus had a look on his face like, oh boy, what do I need to do to keep him down? Take one more look.
Somebody's playing music downstairs, and I hope you can't hear it because I'm worried about that copyright infringement, man. I'm worried about that demonetization. Those YouTube algorithms, man, they'll get you.
But Sheamus has to keep his focus on the former world champion. And look at Sheamus now.
Let me pull up a card here. Let me see what we got going on with the rest of this pay-per-view. I am enjoying this match, but it's getting a little... It's slowing down. Which is understandable. They've been going for like 5-10 minutes, something like that now. It's a good match so far. It's getting slow paced, but I am still enjoying it. But I want to see what else is on the card. I know some matches off the top of my head, but I want to get a full card here.
Jeff Hardy make a name for himself, always having something left, enduring the worst of beatings, and always continuing to fight, but I don't think Sheamus will allow it tonight. Off the top rope, this is Wild East. May have buckled his knee. Hardy with an elbow caught him, and now Jeff Hardy going up to the top rope, just where Jeff Hardy loves it. Little whisper in the wind.
Whisper in the wind there, classic Jeff Hardy. Vintage Jeff Hardy!
Tolerance that his body has. When most men would have given up by now, Hardy continues to fight.
So we have Edge, Randy Orton, Drew McIntyre and Lashley, Strowman, the Miz and Morrison, Asuka and Nia Jax, Street Profits, and the Viking Raiders. I don't know if I mentioned this yet or not. Apollo Crews and Andrade really should have been on the main show. I was really scared that, I don't know if you guys heard or not, Paul Heyman has been released or whatever of writing for Monday Night Raw. And I was really, because this was clearly Apollo Crews winning the United States Championship was clearly Paul Heyman's idea because he's such a big fan of his. So I was really scared. It's like, oh, and he has a match with Andrade this Sunday. That's awesome. So I thought it was immediately going to go back to Andrade, but I'm glad it didn't. I'm glad they kept it on Crews. I like that there's no stipulations or nothing at risk in this match. They just want to beat each other up and they just want to get over on each other, man. They want to put the other one down. I like that. It doesn't always have to be about a title. It doesn't always have to be about, oh, you win this match and, you know, you have to leave town, or you lose this match, or you have to, you know, shave your head, or you're not going to get a title match ever again, or something like that. It doesn't always have to be like that. Sometimes it can just be two guys that don't like each other that want to beat each other up. That's what I like. I hope you can all watch with me here. Doesn't have to be exactly in sync, but with my internet keeping on crashing and freezing and I have to restart it and all this other stuff, network keep on going down. I don't think it's a network problem. I think it's my internet problem. That can be hard to follow along. So I hope you guys are doing okay.
Sheamus now trying to keep his balance up
looking for, but it'll end the whole match. Hardy fighting back. Sheamus hit hard. And now Jeff Hardy has it where he wants him. Can Jeff capitalize? Up to the top.
We get a swanton here. Getting a classic Hardy swanton? No. What just happened? That was more than just losing your footing. That was losing everything. There's a white noise. And he kicks out. Very good. Okay. Like I said before, man, Hardy has to win this match. It's a little too controversial for him to not win. Hardy has to win.
What does he need to do to put away this warrior, this Jeff Hardy? He's trying to stumble back to his feet. He can't even stand Corey.
Hardy's never quit before in his life. Doesn't intend on starting tonight.
And Sheamus realizing that Hardy has been injured.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I mentioned it before, but the Corey Castle's Instagram, was it this morning or was it yesterday? There's a picture of him shirtless in bed saying "Good night, son." And I really wish he was here because I wanted to ask him about it. Is he saying that he's the same thing as the sun and he's going to bed? Is he comparing himself to a beautiful sunset? Any way I look at it, any kind of reasoning I see of it, it just seems really egotistical. So I was hoping he would be here to defend himself and able to tell me what the hell that was about. And it was SU1. It wasn't like, "Good night, son." You know, "All day, son." I'm enjoying this so far, but this could have easily been on SmackDown. Like it's that slow a match. It's weird. Like WWE used to, they used to have Raw and SmackDown pretty much as commercials for the pay-per-views. You watch Raw, you watch SmackDown. The end of the show is usually some kind of blow-off match and ends with a DQ or whatever. And like, oh, we're gonna see this at the pay-per-view. We're gonna see these two go at it. And that would make you want to watch the pay-per-view. But lately, it's been hit or miss. Only because like a match like this could have went on SmackDown. With the build-up, it deserves to be on pay-per-view, but the pacing of the match feels like it should have been on SmackDown. And then on SmackDown, you get a match like Daniel Bryan versus AJ Styles, and how the hell was that not on the pay-per-view? Because that was amazing. So it doesn't make sense to me what exactly is going on. And with every show in the same building in front of the same students, in front of the same crowd, it feels like every show could be every show. Like there's really there's nothing different. There's nothing different about them. I was trying to say like differential or something. I don't know what I was going for there. Wonder if one of these people watching right now is Mark Kalbacher and he's just going, "Dude, you're dying up there." I hope you guys can hear me okay. Leave me a comment if everything's coming out okay. I'm messing with the speakers and the headphones and the microphone and everything else. Here we go with the swanton. Boom, he hits it. That's got to be over. It's got to be finished. 1, 2. Foot on the rope. You got me. You got me. I thought that was going to be it. I'm marking out here. I'm liking it again. Come on. I'm liking this match.
Jeff Hardy just landed his best possible chance at winning this match, and Sheamus survived. If that's not crushing and disheartening,
oh, there we go. That was nice. He tried walking the barricade with the plexiglass on it. At least he didn't try to walk on the plexiglass. That would have ended badly. Excuse me. Too much carbonation. You're kidding. You're kidding me. You're going to have Sheamus, the guy's calling him a junkie and putting him down because he tried to set him up and sent him to jail. He sent the guy to jail because he planted booze on him and said he was a drunk driver. Had him arrested. Knocked him out and put him behind the wheel of a car. Are you kidding me? WWE, come on. All right. Well, I guess people in rehab just, give up because the people calling you a junkie and you're worthless and you're never going to be anything. I guess they're right, according to the WWE. WWE is saying, just quit. Just quit. So, yeah, I don't agree with this outcome at all. I'm very unhappy. I was trying to be positive and super into everything. I liked the match. I was into it. You saw it. I very much disagree with this outcome. I disagree with the storyline at first, but I'm like, okay, well, if they put Hardy over, it's all going to be okay. Apparently not so much. Apparently not so much. Okay, I need to take a break. Hit the bathroom, grab a smoke, grab another drink. And let's see, what am I going to do here? I can't just have that playing in the background, so how about this? Good stuff right there. Please hold. And you know what? While we're holding, Okay, I was gone for way longer than I wanted to be. Sorry, there was a lot going on downstairs. But I have not been looking forward to this match because I'm scared. I'm scared that Asuka's going to get beat. Asuka and Nia Jax, man. This is for the title too, right? Yeah. Man. Let's see, Raw. Women's. Sorry. Title. Match. Asuka. Hey. Sorry. I'm on the internet. What's that? Nobody. Me.
It's just you?
Yeah. Sorry. It's my sister, ladies and gentlemen.
My hair's not done.
So, oh God, her hair's not done. My hair's not done. Look at this. It's a mess. Yeah, I'm a little scared with the Asuka and Nia Jax thing. Not because I like Asuka so much, but I do. Nia Jax, if you're a fan of Rassle Rock, what is going on with my audio here? Dear God. I hope I can be heard. Oh my goodness. Come on, audio work. If you're a fan of Rassle Rock, the podcast I do, you've heard my opinions on Nia Jax before. I've said before, I think she's just fat and talentless, and that's putting it very, that's breaking it down. Obviously, I have no problem with plus-size women. She used to be a plus-size model. Good for her. I think that the only reason that she's there is because she's tall and big. Vince seems to like those in men and women, the bigger the beasts, the ones that can get in, like a Brock Lesnar or a Braun Strowman or a Big Show or Undertaker, whoever. He likes to put those big guys over. Andre the Giant puts those big guys over, make it a big challenge for the champion, especially when they're almost always heels. They're almost always bad guys. I think that's really the only reason she's there. I don't think that she has much talent. She's looking good in this match so far. I'll give her that. This is a submission hold that I don't think I've ever seen her put anybody on. She's doing fairly well here, although still very basic. But still, her history of injuring people worries me a lot. After she had her double knee surgery, I was hoping that she would come back and she'd be better. She'd be safer. But immediately, who was it? Io Shirai? No. Kairi Sane. Immediately put her on the shelf. She was so bad that she got the buckle bomb banned. That's how bad she is. She messed up Kairi Sane with a buckle bomb, and they are no longer allowed to do that move in the WWE. That is a move that is now banned because of Nia Jax. So I don't like Nia Jax. I've heard that she's also really hard to get along with. I've heard that from a not so credible source. So I don't want to put too much stock into that. I don't want to, I don't know if it's true, but it's one of those things that I just want to believe because I don't like her. And her promos are annoying. I don't think she can talk on the mic. Like, Braun Strowman is a big, giant beast. And he's not the best on the mic. But when he talks, he sounds like a beast. Nia Jax just sounds like, hey, I'm going to beat you up. So I don't like Nia Jax. So I apologize for not being positive during this match. But I really like Asuka, so I'm glad I'm watching this. I'm having a good time. And I hope Asuka kicks the crap out of her. Well, not you. Not you again. They heard enough of you. There we go. I'm sure Corny and Mark knew that as soon as this match was on, I was just gonna crap all over Nia Jax because I can't help but to crap all over Nia Jax. See, and she completely no-sold everything Asuka just gave her. Why? Asuka's one of the best of all time, at least in WWE. Got to be a future Hall of Famer. My network just froze again. It's like, oh, really? You're going to crap all over Nia Jax? Well, we're just going to shut down your network. How do you like that, mister? Come on.
And that's the kind of
And
meeting
it's
you do
loud
not
again.
want from somebody like
wait a
Nia
second.
Jax.
Turn it back down.
Oh! She hooked the armbar.
No, she didn't.
Slid off, though.
She's. What is happening?
Now dragging Jax to the outside. Remember, title can only change hands via pinfall or submission. It does not
Turn it
change
down a
hands
little
via
more.
count out or disqualification.
All right.
That flying armbar again. That was brilliant by Asuka. It's on, but it's going to do it no good out there. Count of four here from the official.
So,
To inflict damage.
see this. Now, Nia just went over the top rope to the outside, is completely no-selling it, which is kind of standard in WWE. But it's a little too much back and forth.
Nia Jax goes down.
The referee has counted out both Asuka and Nia Jax. Therefore, still your Raw Women's Champion, Asuka.
That's crap.
And now Asuka.
Trying to be really positive, you're making it very hard. God damn it. All right, I just got a note from Facebook saying that WWE blocked this content because it's like, really? I'm doing my best here. I'd like to be able to actually hear it. It's not on. It's not on a monitor that I can just plug headphones into and listen that way. All right, Facebook, I'm going to have to shut this down because, God forbid, this is probably going to be demonetized on YouTube. Let me see. Am I still on YouTube? Yeah. Facebook? No. All right, I'm going to have to jump out of Facebook. Well, that sucks. Sorry for anybody watching this on Facebook that jumped over to the YouTube channel. I don't want to mute it. I want to actually be able to hear it. MVP's talking right now. I have no idea what he's saying. That is as low as I can possibly make it. I'm trying to do the best to talk over this. I'll just have to try and do better next time. Sorry, Facebook. Sorry, WWE. I don't mean to steal your stuff. I'm just trying to watch this and have a reaction to me watching this. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I feel like I've heard this new Green Day song. I really like Green Day. I don't know if I have or not. So what do we got? We got Braun Strowman and Miz and Morrison next? Okay, cool. I don't know if you guys saw the pre-show with the Miz and Morrison Hey Ho song. I really liked it. It was the Universal Champions got to go thing. Braun Strowman's been wetting his bed since he was 6. All that stuff, man. I thought it was hilarious. I'm digging this storyline so far. I think I said it before. I don't think Strowman and Miz and Morrison are going to win. I don't know if Otis is going to play a role in here with the Money in the Bank title, probably Money in the Bank champion, whatever, briefcase. I don't think he is, but we'll see. Hey, hey, ho, ho. So we'll see. Yeah, the prank war thing was kind of dumb, but I liked it. It was fun. You know, it's not everything has to be, not everything has to be like, grr. It's real great commentary. People are loving this right now. Yeah, man, it doesn't always have to be, hey, I want your title, so I'm going to beat you up for your title. Sometimes it can be goofy and silly, and Miz and Morrison are way smaller than Braun Strowman, and it's, why not make it funny? Prank war that goes too far, and they smash his windshield, fine. He tips the van over. Spoiler alert if you haven't seen this. Excuse me. Belching on the live stream. Always great. You're dead. Okay, I know that this is clearly on some kind of hydraulic lift, and he can actually pick up a van and tip it over. But I'd really like to know how they do it. Is it hooks in the back that pull it down? Just for my own edification. Education? I just want to know. That's what I'm saying. So yeah, man, we got a Universal title match up here. Where's the Fiend? Where's the Fiend been? It was weird that he had a match with Bray Wyatt, and then all of a sudden that was it. Like Money in the Bank, it was Bray Wyatt versus Braun Strowman, and then that kind of ended, and then Fiend just disappeared, and I don't know what happened. I mean, just between Raw and SmackDown, that's 5 hours of television. He can work the Fiend in there somewhere. He's got to be one of the top draws, right? Ratings wise, he's got to be one of the people that people are tuning in to see. You know what I mean? So we know Paul Heyman's out. We know Bruce Pritchard is in. Bruce Pritchard, from what I've been understanding, has been in charge of writing for SmackDown and now is in charge of writing for both. Is that correct? We got a promo here. You know what? We're already demonetized. I'm going to turn this up. Where's my mouse? Where's my cursor?
Of us become Universal Champions. I feel like I need something more to pump me up.
Oh, yeah, it's a good idea. I could use a little pump up.
What do you think, John?
How about this? How about we share a little something extra special with everybody here and everybody.
Please let this be the music video. Please let this be the music
I'm
video.
talking about a music video that's sweeping the nation. The thing that everybody's talking about right now.
Oh
The
my God.
pay-per-view
debut of our new hit single. Hey, 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 ho, ho, roll it.
I can't play this. I know I'm already demonetized, but I don't want to get pulled. I don't get my channel banned from YouTube or anything like that, so I have to kill that. I'll bring it back up a little bit more when it's back on. This I thought was brilliant. I'm always curious about how they film stuff like this. I mean, this looks like the set of Miz and Mrs. I don't know if that's their actual house or whatever. I don't watch Miz and Mrs. But I mean, they need to do more stuff like this. And I think the song is up along the lines of "With My Baby Tonight." Fight me. It's done well. It's done very well. I like it. I don't know what that line is right there. Braun Strowman's dumber than Lana's suit sucks or something like that. I want that suit that Miz is wearing, that white suit with the red shirt. That's a cool entrance that Strowman has. Has he had that for a while? I haven't noticed. The train ripping through and then all the steam and oh my God. That's pretty cool. Like the Strowman Express thing. Is this new? I'm digging it. I'm digging it. I haven't been crazy about Strowman's title reign so far. An unbeatable good guy champion, an unbeatable face as champion is it's a little hard to get behind. He's great. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I enjoy his matches, but there's a little bit less drama there. When you have a face going after the champion, that's a heel, that's a bad guy. It's a lot. I don't know. There's a lot more drama there. There's a lot like, yeah, you go get that guy. You go get your title. You go get your title back. So this is okay. They're tagging in and out. My question is, who is this? Whoever gets a pinfall first?
There's no doubt about it.
Oh God, it's definitely a I'm trying to bring this up a little bit just so I can hear it without it being, whatever. You know what I'm doing. So I'm trying to figure out, is this whoever gets the pin on Strowman becomes the Universal Champion? Or is this, if they pin Strowman, then both of them are like co-champions? Is that how it works? Sorry, I'm talking with my hands a lot, and it's a very small window here that I have. Got to hide that double chin, right? So, on paper, there's no reason that Miz and Morrison should lose here. I don't know if you've ever played WWE, any of the 2K video games, but whenever there's a handicap match, it's way harder to win. If you're the guy it's 2-on-1, 3-on-1, it's way harder to win because the person on the outside is always coming in and breaking up that pin. It's very hard to keep both men down. And that's the way it should be because that's the way it is in real life. It's a lot harder to beat two guys than it is to beat one guy. Just flat out.
Maybe he's a little scared. Just a little tiny. Yeah, he should be scared now.
Going through Diet Coke like crazy here. Also, it's a little, from a writing standpoint, from a booker standpoint, Miz and Morrison are both great, and there's no reason they shouldn't be like tag team champions or something like that. So to put them in a match where it's an almost guaranteed loss, when it's 2-on-1 in their favor and they're still the underdogs, and they're probably going to lose this, unless they lose by DQ or count out or something, which I can't see them doing because for some reason they did that with Nia Jax and Asuka. Then I think that really takes away from Miz and Morrison, doesn't it? Wouldn't you say? I don't know. I mean, so far it's going pretty good. There's been a nice back and forth here. Morrison is an excellent high flyer, and he should really be a lot further along than he is, even though he's technically, he's in a kind of co-main event, double main event. Anytime that there's two heavyweight championships on the line, that's a double main event. Sorry. Technically a triple main event because everybody's talking about Reg and Randy Orton. So, yay, triple main event. But yeah, technically, this is part of the main event. And Miz and Morrison are both in it, and they deserve to be. See, some of the things they do just don't make any sense. Like, why would Strowman dump Miz in his own corner? Like, that doesn't make sense, right? Hey, hey, hey. Ho, 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 ho. Universal Champion's got to go. Hey, hey. So demonetized. Do, 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 do.
Got the best of him. He came out extremely angry. Miz and Morrison capitalized, breaking him apart. Again, one of the great all-time tag teams in Miz and Morrison, and they were using that ability perfectly here tonight, wearing the champion down. Frequent tags in and out of the ring.
Miz and Morrison were great back in, what was it, mid-2000s? I remember really enjoying them as a tag team. I don't remember anything they did. I mean, they're just enough goofy. They're just enough silliness that I can still take them seriously and still like them. I still think they're funny. You know what I mean? They're not like a Doink the Clown, like a fake Doink the Clown. When Doink the Clown was like just spraying water on people, and I'm losing my microphone again, or whatever. Like a Eugene. Like Eugene got silly. He got really, really silly. What is going on? What is this? What is this? My hair falling out. I hate the fact that I can see myself constantly. It's a good thing and it's a bad thing.
Braun Strowman down once again in this match in a perfect opening for Miz and Morrison. With the confidence building on the faces of Miz and Morrison, they realize that the monster among men is wounded. That was made. Morrison is now legal. Skull crushing. Stop from behind. Who's it going to be? John Morrison, the legal man, into the cover now.
Well, there you go. That answers my question. So it's whoever gets that cover becomes Universal Champion. So here you go. They're kind of sowing those seeds of mistrust, and I mean, I don't think that this is going to cause them to split up unless they really get into it, which might be cool. Miz versus John Morrison. I'd be down for that. And 2, 3. There you go. Strowman retains. You knew this match wasn't going to be long. Happy with it. I predicted this. I assumed that Braun Strowman was going to win. A tag team can't beat the heavyweight champion. They just can't. Imagine Demolition beating Hulk Hogan back in '89. Imagine. God, I don't know. Oh God. Lance Cade, and what the hell was his partner's name? He's an NWA now. This is why I need Corey Castle and Mark Kalbacher here. Forget his name. But imagine them versus John Cena. Even Edge and Christian. Edge and Christian versus Kurt Angle. As great as Edge and Christian are in singles, when they were together, they couldn't beat Kurt Angle. There's no way. And sorry I'm not louder. I'm in a house full of people, and I'm kind of embarrassed because I don't really stream all that often. And it just sounds like I'm talking to myself. Corey Graves. Are they showing the AJ Styles Daniel Bryan match? This was fantastic. This should have been on the pay-per-view. I hate the new Intercontinental title, by the way. I hate it. It looks like a good title, but yeah. So it's not that it's a bad looking title. If they redid the Universal title or the heavyweight title, I'd be all about it. But the Intercontinental title was the one title they had besides the women's tag belts that didn't need to be redone. The Intercontinental title looked like it has looked for forever. I mean, there was a brief period in the 90s where they changed it, but I mean, it was the belt that Ricky Steamboat had, that Macho Man Randy Savage had, Bret Hart, Steve Austin, Shawn Michaels, The Rock. And then they brought it back with Cody Rhodes and then all these. Listen, don't mess with perfection is all I'm saying. It was a great looking title. The Ultimate Warrior had that belt. It looked great.
Why not have the greatest championship presentation, right? I mean, I want everybody. Why?
Can you hear them? Can you hear them talking? Not AJ Styles. I'm talking about the people downstairs. Can you hear them talking? I should probably shut the door.
I live in the real world, my world. I'm not saying Daniel Bryan isn't one of the best to lace up the boots. What I am saying is just not phenomenal.
Daniel Bryan, not phenomenal. Hey, Samoa Joe's back. Let's see what this next match is. Then I'll get up, grab myself another drink, and shut this door. All right, we got Drew McIntyre here. Do they just call this the Heavyweight Championship? WWE Championship, okay. Typing with one hand here. I apologize. I don't know why I'm this hand's fine. I don't know why. It's just over here. Drew. Oh, God. How does he spell McIntyre? Is it MCI? TY? That might be wrong, but I don't really care. Bobby Lashley. That's the T. There we go. And save and start. That doesn't look right. INTYRE. INTYRE. Okay, I got it right. What is going on with Lana? That's something that's confusing the crap out of me right now. I think Bobby Lashley and MVP make more sense. MVP is trying to get a stable together. Not a stable, but like Jimmy Hart used to have his stable of people, or the Bobby Heenan had the Heenan family. They weren't a stable, but they were all managed by the same person. And that's, I think, a great idea for what to do with MVP. Make him that manager that can get in the ring if necessary. Can't really do much damage to anybody, much like Bobby Heenan. Bobby Heenan got in the ring and got thrown around by Hogan and Warrior and a slew of other people. So, who is the tag team that MVP's managing now? 2 new guys. Doesn't matter. So, what is going on with Lana? Is there a storyline building? And if so, what is it? Because they're arguing back and forth who should be managing Bobby Lashley. Should it be his wife, Lana, or should it be MVP who's gotten Bobby Lashley a heavyweight championship match? I'm going to take a break right now. I'm going to grab myself another drink. And I'm going to close this door. I'm not even going to put the whole music on or anything. I'll be right back. Knocking my lights over. I get to see my Jacksepticeye shirt. I sent the link out to Corey Castle and Mark Hallbacher. I don't know if they're... What I didn't do was tweet that we were live. Went live an hour and a half ago. I should probably do that. But it doesn't matter. But, yeah, man. What the hell was I talking about? Bobby Lashley. Lashley's one of those people that should have been champion back in, when was he here? 2007, something like that. He's just enormous. He gets it done in the ring. I like the guy. He's not great on the mic, but that's why you get somebody like MVP to be your stick man, your guy on the mic, the guy cutting the promos for you. That's why Brock Lesnar has Paul Heyman. That's why Andre the Giant had Bobby Heenan. You know? I like these lights, but it just kind of looks like a rainbow behind me. It's not my intention. It's supposed to be red on one side, blue on the other. I guess it definitely doesn't work with a blue sheet behind you. Didn't think of that. Plus, the blue light just kind of looks... All right, this is all kinds of janky. I'm going to refresh this before the match starts. I don't know. I got a blue light, and I expected it to be a blue light. This is more white than anything else. Oh, hi. Can you still see me? It's the whitest my teeth have ever been. Teeth. Yeah, I said teeth. But yeah, if I remove it, it's even worse. Oh my God, put it back on. Oh, I'm blind. Oh, goodness. put that back on. There we go. Maybe I'll get another. Oh, I got another one to. Oh, that was stupid. I looked directly into that.
Tonight, the man that he faces
Oh,
in
damn
the
it.
ring,
Stop it
this
already.
Bobby Lashley could potentially be the man who tears that crown away from him.
I'm bringing it down. There we go. No, it's still froze on me. Hooray for pinwheels! What the hell's going on? Am I using too much bandwidth or something? I'm too old to understand internet. It used to be easy. It used to be hit play.
Refs now in the ring, trying to get
Damn
Lashley
it.
off of
Get more
McIntyre.
refs out here. Come on.
There we go. So started choking him out already? Before the bell rang, I'm guessing? That's one way to go about it. All right. This adds drama. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is what the Miz and Morrison match was lacking. Curious to see how that's going to hold up. Are they splitting up Miz and Morrison? What's going to come of that? These are the things that keep me watching. This is what you got to do more. See, now this is a great booking decision. McIntyre doesn't even have his coat off yet, and he's already hurt. And he's being destroyed by Bobby Lashley. If you're a Drew McIntyre fan, if you're cheering for Drew McIntyre right now, you're like, oh my God, I have to see if he can come back from this. I have to keep watching. That's great. That's great writing right there. It doesn't happen often in WWE where it's just great writing and great booking, but this is going well. I'm enjoying this. And I want to see McIntyre come back and fight and beat him up and win. That's the whole point of watching wrestling, is that you want to see the guy get up and win. For me, anyway. How is it not? Look at Lana backstage watching. Why? What are they doing with this? What are they doing with this angle? Are they setting up a match between Bobby Lashley and MVP? Are they sending Lana off to somebody else? Is she going to find a new husband? Is she going to get a divorce? I don't know. What's happening? I don't know, but I want to find out. I should be having a couple beers. Maybe loosen me up a little bit, but alcohol doesn't really mix well with me. I'm not a fun drunk. I'm a sloppy drunk. Anybody who listened to the old Pod Trash podcast knows that. It did not go well as I tried to get drunk with Matt Flowers and Corey Castle. Matt Flowers, who does not get drunk, has half a glass of wine and says he's drunk, but I don't think he is. He's just tipsy. Corey Castle, on beer, he's pretty much the same as he is sober. On alcohol, like feed him a few rum and cokes, out like a light. Can't pick a setup off the table. Seriously. Again, not that fun to watch. That's why we never do a drunk episode of Rassle Rock. I don't know if it's still out there, but that episode I did of the Uneducated podcast after WrestleMania 34, I think. Where me, Corey Castle, and Ash Samuels got drunk on the Uneducated podcast watching, it was like the Raw after Mania or the SmackDown after Mania. I think it was the day that they called up Shinsuke Nakamura. It was probably a couple years ago. 2017, maybe? Guessing? Mark would probably know. But, yeah, so... Oh, I got an email. This is great. Facebook is committed to protecting blah, 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 blah. Your video is blocked because it may contain 5 minutes and 20 seconds of music, audio, or video that may belong to WWE. Here's what you can do. Delete this video if you don't have permission to use all the content in it. Submit a dispute if you think it's a mistake and you sure you have permission to use all the content in your video. So I'm guessing the what do you call it? The theme music maybe can be heard. I don't know how loud that this show is coming up on the stream. Let me see if I can. All right, let me play a little bit of it. Let me bring up the audio of YouTube up on the stream. So let me mute. All right, let me see if I can. All right, let me play a little bit of it. Let me bring up the audio of YouTube up on the stream. So let me mute. All right, let me see if I can. All right, let me play a little bit of it. Let me bring up the audio of YouTube up on the stream. So let me mute. All right, let me see if I can. All right, let me play a little bit of it. Let me bring up the audio of YouTube up on the stream. All it's doing is looping. All right, let me see if I can. All right, let me play a little. That doesn't work because I have to shut up, but it's not letting me shut up. All it's doing is looping. All right, let me see if I. Okay. But I can hear it. I can hear it a little bit in the background, but it's not so much that it's like, oh, that's clearly the WWE show that you're watching. You know what I mean? Like, so why? I don't get it. Like, I'm not allowed to watch the show off camera. But you can hear it a little bit in the background, so that's going to get a claim. I'm interested to see what YouTube does, man. What is YouTube going to do? Are they going to demonetize this video because of that? Because they can hear it just a little tiny bit in the background? It's crazy. It's crazy. This video is not making money. Do you understand? It's never going to make money. Not that many people watch it. It doesn't matter how many subscribers I have. That was cool. That looked brutal. But what is that? Belly to belly, I guess. It was almost a power slam into the barricade. Yeah, so it's weird. With the it sounded like they were going to go to commercial right there. It sounded like they were setting something up. But yeah, man, like, I don't know. I think I should be okay. Like, I don't have that many subscribers. I get maybe 20 views a video for something like this. Like 25 tops. Come on, man. You're going to demonetize it? Why? Because I can't make 5 cents off me reacting to your stuff? All YouTube is now is reacting to other people's content. Jesus, man. All right, shake it off. Shake it off. This is a good match that I'm missing here because I'm pissed off at Facebook. What if I can live stream on Instagram or Twitter or something next time instead of Facebook? Instagram you can't. Instagram you can only stream through Instagram. So I'm on StreamYard right now, and I wouldn't be able to do that. I've always wanted to be able to do a nip up. Drew McIntyre is like 6'5", 6'6", something like that, and he can do a nip up like that. Ugh, I've never been able to do it. Am I finished? I wasn't able to do it, and I'm 5'10". I know I'm under 6 feet, therefore, just not attractive. 1, 2, nope. See, now McIntyre's coming back up. This is what I'm talking about. This is that drama that I'm talking about. I'm really enjoying this now. After the beatdown that he got before the match by this big, huge dude, and he's coming back, that's pretty cool. Nice. Pardon me. God, the carbonation with the soda. I'm sorry. This is why I missed the big gulps. I used to get the big gulps from 7-Eleven or Wawa or something like that. Now I'm on the cans, and it's a little over-carbonated. But that Spine Buster, awesome. That's Ron Simmons style. I love that. I tried to do that back when I was in a ring. And it just doesn't have the same effect because I'm 5'10". Why would I try and do that? I tried to be like a Jimmy Emerald Neidhart, like roughneck, like a Rhino type of person. RHY, I know. Rhino, ECW, you know, Rhino. But it didn't work out. I'm just too short. If I was thinner, I would go for a Benoit type of thing. But whatever. Why am I talking about my old in-ring stuff? That's stupid. Didn't work. We almost got a full Nelson here. I like that he's using the full Nelson now. I hope that nobody kicks out of this. So far, it's been putting everybody down. He doesn't have it locked in right now, so it doesn't count. But, like, if he builds and builds and builds that nobody can get out of it once he has it locked on, and that goes all the way to WrestleMania, and you get somebody like a Braun Strowman or even Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania, and he powers out of that crowd's going to go nuts. And there's going to actually be a crowd, so it'll be worth it. Oh, God. Oh, I thought they were just going to snap right into it. And that would have been terrible. Alabama Slam, man. The move is way underrated.
I'm telling you, gentlemen, Lashley will not be denied.
See, I'm like an MVP on the outside, man. Like, this is going... It's going really well for him. I hope it sticks around. I hope he sticks around. I don't know what they're going to do with the Lana thing. I hope it doesn't turn out dumb. Anytime they get any kind of... Oh, these two are married now. It's like... it gets a little weird.
Trying to continue on, trying to follow up. Off the top.
Lashley needs to cross his legs over. Trap that arm. Because right now it's just sitting there and there's no reason that he can't use that arm.
Bobby Lashley is absolutely cranking on that neck, and Drew McIntyre doing everything he can to power out of it.
Still effective, though, obviously. Oh, God. Oh, nice. I thought he just dropped him. That was a reversal. Very cool. And an ankle lock. Has he been using an ankle lock, or is this something that he just pulled out for this? Only thing with an ankle lock, as you can see, it's way too easy to get out of. What? Oh, he's got him in a Kimura. It's a Kimura lock, right? Not great with move names, as you can tell. It's a good match so far, man. Heightened drama. 4 stars. I'm going to build a tower out of my empty Diet Coke cans. Can't see it yet. They're starting a fight forever chant. I wonder how produced that is. Like, most of the time, WWE stuff is like overly produced. Like, go out and say exactly this. I wonder how produced the fans are. So we talked about it last time. Hang on, Claymore. Oh, no, we got a spear. Oh, you convinced me. I was on the edge of my seat right there. I thought he was going to get I thought we were going to get a title change. But yeah, I wonder if it's... Oh, and here comes Lana. I was hoping it would happen after this match, whatever was happening. I was enjoying this match. This is kind of ruining it. And a Claymore by Lashley. There we go. Yeah, that kind of ruined the match. It wasn't, at least it wasn't long, but so we got a Lana interfering in the match. And now she's cost Bobby Lashley the title.
Claymore and Drew McIntyre is still your WWE champion.
All of MVP strategizing comes to nothing. I still don't understand why Lana chose to come out here at the point that she did.
Doesn't make sense. Like, who was that? Saxton that said that? Don't understand why she came out when she did. Neither do I. It doesn't make any sense. Now you got Lashley walking away from her, but what's going to happen? The only thing that can be, oh, okay, well, we're getting a divorce now because you can't stay out of my business. Can't listen to me. You got to do whatever you want. Yeah, it's husband and wife stuff. I'm getting too much of a shadow on my face here. Adjust this light. Oh, God, that went right off the side. Yeah, it's not bad. But yeah, so if they get divorced, then what? Does she go and find somebody else? Who? Is she turning face? Lana? Face? I don't know. I can't see that happening. All right. I need to be talking over this because apparently it's all copyrighted. I mean, I knew it was all copyrighted, but, you know, you're welcome. Don't kiss me. Yeah, I knew it was all copyrighted, obviously, but I'm going to have to talk over it because it's a little too loud, and I can't turn it down anymore without it being completely muted. So, well, I just mute it for now, I guess. There we go. Can't hear that at all. Like, I can't hear it. You can hear that something's on. There's no way to... I have to figure out a way. You know what? What if I hook the... I'm just thinking out loud here now. What if I hook the PlayStation up to this TV? To this, because it's not a monitor, it's just a small TV. But what if I hook the PlayStation up to it, play it through that, disconnect the connection so I'm not sharing the screen and it's just coming through this television? Right? That should work. Then I should be able to play it. You'd still hear it a little bit in the background, but it'll be more muffled because it'd be coming through the television speakers and not this speaker. Will that work? How do people react to stuff that's copyrighted? I see it online all the time. There's a guy I watch, I forget what his name is, but he's watching like Metallica videos and stuff like that, and he's reacting to them, and I'm like, how do you do that and make money? How do you not get demonetized? How do they not just rip your channel right off YouTube? I don't get it. My dumb hair. Like, it looks like I'm going way more bald than I am. What is happening? Look at this. I'm going to take a break. I'm getting a little too emotional here. So once again, please enjoy this awesome music. And I shall return in a Well, I'm definitely getting flagged for that one. I didn't know this was going to be a cinematic match. I would have stuck around for that. I thought this was just going to be a regular tag team title match. Damn it, I missed everything. Why are they fighting ninjas? Oh, man, I missed it. Whatever they're doing, I missed it. Damn it. Yo, someone in the comments, tell me what they're doing. Forgot to shut my door. Are they a 4-man team now? They're the Viking Prophets? Is that Tozawa? That's not Tozawa. It is Tozawa. What is happening? Tell me it's Zeus. Please tell me it's Zeus. He's got a mask on. That would be great if he pulled that mask off and it was Zeus. If that's not Tozawa, I am such a racist. God damn it. What do I speak? Is he using the Force for a chicken leg? Viking Yodas. What is happening? Oh my God. Where is Zeus? Tiny, where are you at, man? What's that guy's name? He's an actor. He's been in stuff. But, you know, Zeus. Human Wrecking Machine. Well, that's what you get when you eat a bunch of chicken and then start to run. Turkey. Chicken, whatever.
You wouldn't be so obsessed with turkey legs.
Turkey legs. Yeah, I was right.
Boys, he's only tired because he beat up all the ninjas.
Yeah, I was thinking when this was starting, like the anything I can do, you can do better, or whatever. You know what I mean? That whole thing where they were trying to play basketball and throw axes and run a decathlon and all that stuff, playing golf. I thought it was silly at first, but then I was like, okay, let's see where it goes. And then they were just like, yeah, we're tied, so we're going to have a match. They just dumped into a dumpster.
Oh my gosh. This is going crazy. We're supposed to be the Viking prophets. Everything. That's it.
And then now there's this. I really thought he was going to say my P word and my crack. Oh my goodness, it's not over.
You're cute. You're cute. Oh, you are cute. You? Not so much.
Not so much.
But you? Not so much. Not so much.
Yeah, so this is happening. Jesse Gay.
You're cute. You? Not so much.
Okay. You know what? Best segment. Best segment of the night. Because it's got my girl Jessie K in it. There's a trash monster. There's a trash monster. Are they going to have? Are they going to have a tag match now? I'm serious. Why didn't they just have the match? Was my point. It's like, why have all this stuff if you're just going to tie, and then all these backstage segments? You're just going to tie. You're just going to have a match anyways. And then they had that. I don't know if they're actually going to have a match now. Viking Profits. I haven't seen his Undertaker thing that's been on the network. A lot of people are saying it's really good. Always been a fan of The Undertaker since his debut. The Last Ride. I don't know how many chapters they're going to be. They're on chapter 4 now. I was going to wait until it's all said and done. Wait till it's, wait till they have all the chapters, then I'll watch the whole thing. I'll binge watch it. So we'll see. Is this leading up to a retirement? We thought several times that this was going to lead up to some kind of retirement. With how many times how many times we're going to see a retirement match with The Undertaker that they don't call a retirement match? Like, what was it? WrestleMania 32, I think, with Roman Reigns. Left all his gear in the ring. Everybody was like, oh, okay, he's done. And then he wasn't done. So we'll see. I don't know what the AJ Styles thing at this year's WrestleMania, if that had anything to do with anything, with him retiring. He could do this forever, pretty much, as long as he can still walk. You know what I mean? If he can still go, then let him go, man. Yeah, I didn't get to see a lot of this Andrade and Apollo Crews match. Pardon me. I was going through. Jesus. I was going through a lot with the trying to get the stream together, trying to get the lights just right, trying to get the internet just right. And obviously, I failed at that. But I don't know, man. So I guess we're not going to get that title match. Let me flip this around, get that ticker off. So what do we got left? We still got Edge and Randy Orton. We've had both heavyweight championship matches. I haven't seen The Greatest Showman. I heard it's a terrible movie, but an awesome soundtrack. I should just download the soundtrack and listen to that. Yeah, I think Edge and Randy Orton is the only match left. And I don't think this is going to be one of those cinematic matches. I think they're actually just going to have a regular match. So good for them. But we'll see. We are still on YouTube, which is good. We haven't been kicked off of there yet. We got kicked off of Facebook if you're just joining us. Yeah, it's a little rough. It's we got nailed big time with I don't know. I'll figure out something to do with the copyright deal. I gotta figure out a way that I can listen to it but not have it play through the speakers. I want to be able to play it just through the headphones, but there's no headphone jack on the monitor, and so it's just playing straight through to the to this. So that sucks. I'm in the process of updating everything here. I got a blue backdrop right now. It's just a sheet. But I'm digging the setup right now. We're rolling through StreamYard. StreamYard's been really good so far. We used it a couple times. I used it with my other podcast I do with Mark Kalbacher's sister, Karen. It's called It's Something to Do. I just used it with that. I recorded it. It came out pretty well. So this StreamYard, again, they're not a sponsor or anything like that. I'm just singing their praises because I'm using them and they're good. You can record a podcast and just do the audio only while seeing each other as well. So you can just record audio, which is really good for podcasting. And this is a pretty good streaming service so far. My voice is coming through pretty clear. My setup isn't perfect. I don't think anybody's is. Everybody has streaming problems every now and again, but it's going rather well. I'm thinking about streaming some games, or at least doing some video games. The Last of Us 2 is coming out next week. This week. It's this week now. So I want to get on that. I hooked up my PlayStation 3 up here. I'm going to try and figure out a way that I can do. I'm sure there's a how-to on YouTube somewhere of hooking up the PS3 so I can play the original Last of Us. And I want to record it and show it and see what's what, man. Before I play the Last of Us 2. I've never recorded video games before. I've never recorded myself playing video games. I've always wanted to. I want to get me and Corey Castle have been playing WWE 2K19 on PS4 recently, remotely, online. So we haven't been we haven't been able to be in the same room together due to the whole worldwide situation we got going on now. So I'm just going to type in Edge versus Randy Orton here. And this is happening in the building. They called it a wrestling match for a reason. But they also called it the greatest wrestling match ever. So that's what this is supposed to be. And they've even been talking about how that's a huge thing to live up to, man. That's huge expectations right there. So you're talking about better than Austin and Bret Hart. You're talking about better than Savage and Steamboat. You're talking about, all kinds of stuff. I mean, I love Edge. Randy Orton's great. I don't know what they can do to make this the greatest match of all time. I know that Backlash is scheduled to go off the air at 10 o'clock. It is now 9:13. So you got 47 minutes. Go for it. See what you can do with it. But yeah, I'm thinking about streaming some video games. So let me know what you think about that. There's Just Wrestling right now on my YouTube channel. It's mainly an independent wrestling YouTube channel, and along with Rassle Rock, the podcast, and now we're streaming watch-alongs, and we're streaming our podcast as well on the YouTube channel. There's also other stuff on there. There's like the Wrestle Battle Rock stuff that we've done for charity. There's some old sketch comedy that I've done on there. My demo reels on here. There's a whole bunch of other stuff on here. It's not just wrestling. So why not try, the independent wrestling is still going to come out. I have DCW set up, OTW, ECWA, the Breaker Around charity shows, ACPW, WPW. A whole bunch of stuff is going to be coming to the channel very soon. I want to do the video game thing in addition to that. I'll try it with The Last of Us. I'll try it with The Last of Us 2. If people like it, great. I'll keep doing it. We'll bring up WWE 2K19. Friday the 13th, the game I've been playing left and right, even though that came out a few years ago. I want to get the Predator game as well. Give that a shot and see if people are into it. And if they're into it, they're into watching me playing it, and they like what they see, I'll keep doing it. If not, then it'll just be the indie wrestling. Why did everything go dark? Finkel. It's kind of creepy. I mean, they I'm sure he's introduced him to both of them more than once. It's a nice little, you know what? That's a nice little tribute to Howard Finkel. He should be introducing this match. Who's that ref? Is that Little Nate? Yeah. All right, they're going old school with this. I'm digging this camera angle right now. I'll tell you that. I'm digging that the referee's wearing a blue shirt and a black bow tie. All right, they're treating this like a very, very big deal. This is not just a regular wrestling match. They're they're getting cinematic with this. How did they get that camera angle? This has to be pre-taped, right? Like this can't be live. So yeah, I'm very interested in the outcome of this. I want to see everything that they do. How much wrestling is going to be involved here? They just had a tie up, but it was just a Orton throwing Edge off. Are they going to get into chain wrestling? Or are they going to get into like a catch-as-catch-can type of thing? More technical with it. Because mainly with Edge and Randy Orton, we've seen them. Their wrestling style, it's not technical at all. So let's see what they can actually do here. Very curious about it. All right. Good spot. Good spot to open with. It's classic. Tackle drop down, leapfrog, hip toss, arm drag. Classic. So yeah, they're going old school with this. That's cool. That's very cool. I'm really surprised that they continued with the promotion of this is going to be the greatest wrestling match ever. They're billing it as that. They're not just saying it like, oh, this is going to be. No, this will be the greatest wrestling match ever. And I'm not saying that it won't be, but that's huge expectations, man. How do you even try to live up to that? Camera angles are great so far. They're not just doing the traditional camera shots with the hard cam and just the cameras at ringside. They're going above the ring. They're going in between them when they lock up. It's different, and it gives it that big match feel. I like what Orton's doing here. He's trying to out wrestle him, and he's showing Edge that he's out wrestling him. That's good. That's head games right there. This is so far really good. We're still in the very beginning of it, but I'm digging it so far. Something just came off of Edge there. I don't know if that was a pad or tape or what. It's clever by Orton there. Drop down, and then he tripped him. That's the whole purpose of a drop down, by the way. A lot of people just see a drop down as a regular, it's like, oh, it's a tradition. It's a transition. So you whip the guy out the ropes, you drop down just so you can make him hit the ropes again. No, the drop down is supposed to trip your opponent as he's running the ropes. That's the whole purpose of a drop down. And we just saw it right there. Edge tripped and he went outside the ring. He's being out wrestled right now. So they're going back to, it's a traditional, How I like it's a technical thing. Like they're paying attention to selling. They're paying attention to psychology. And I don't know who I want to win here. I guess Edge, just because he's the face, and I feel like I should cheer for the faces. But I wouldn't be surprised if they put Randy Orton over here. They put Edge over in the Last Man Standing match. Nice. Edge being a little bit tricky there. Trying to outsmart him. Good. This is good. We got a good back and forth here, even though Orton just got knocked the F out. He's still down. Jesus. That was a good shot, too. And a good bump, good sell. I'm trying to get not to get too technical here. I want to be a fan tonight. I'm trying to be a fan. It's hard to turn off the wrestling brain. Once you know what's going on, once you've been in the ring, you've been in the business for a number of years, it's hard to turn that off and just be a fan again. But I'm trying. And I'm enjoying the hell out of this so far. That's why I still watch wrestling. I want to enjoy it, man. I hate being those guys that just gets just cynical about everything. It's, oh, they should have booked it like this, or oh, they should be selling this, and they should be, the psychology doesn't make any sense, and all this other stuff. I'm just trying to shut my brain off and enjoy it. So I apologize if I'm not doing that. I'm trying to be positive about everything as well. I think I'm doing a half good job so far, at least. Let me know in the comments if I am not. Otherwise, I'm going to assume that I am. Looking good so far. They're wrestling right now. This is wrestling. There should be a "This is wrestling" chant happening right now. I'm upset that it's not. If we don't hear one by the end of the night, I'll be very upset. I think we all knew that this was going to be the main event. It's weird to have two championship matches on the card, and neither one of them is the main event. The single match with no stakes is the main event. But seriously, in the past 20 years, like these two have been some of the greatest. So it's hard to not book this as the main event. You know what I mean? Turning off my fan again. Hopefully I don't sweat to death. So many lights. I need to get some kind of soft coaster so you just don't hear every time I put it down my drink. So there hasn't been too many of the, there's no punches so far, but there's been a few kicks and things that aren't traditional wrestling moves. But as pretty much so far, they've been just wrestling. Like with a headlock here, you see Edge has Orton in a headlock. A lot of people think this is a submission move. It's not. It's to wear down your opponent, to slow him down, to get him winded. Like Edge was laying across Randy Orton. It's laying on the lungs, making it hard for Randy Orton to breathe. Like, this is really good psychology. This is really good. So when you go on Twitter and they're saying that it was boring and it was too slow-paced, tell them that they're wrong. Because this is what wrestling is. What traditionally, this is what wrestling is. And everything they're doing so far has made sense. Well, there you go. Now you got a stomp by Randy Orton. It was literally him just stomping on his feet. Nothing technical about that.
Now Edge sent to the corner. Look at this. Look at the head scissors here on
And we're seeing a little bit of Edge's style of wrestling. With the head scissors to the outside. It's a little too high fly for Edge, but it's in his wheelhouse. So they're kind of mixing it, it seems like. So now we got Edge on the top rope with Orton cutting him off and throwing punches. So this is more Orton style punching strikes. This is a little too soon to be doing a spot off the top rope in a match where it's supposed to be purely wrestling. He's going to suplex him to the outside. Yeah, it changed quickly, didn't it? It changed quickly from let's wrestle to let's beat up each other like we usually do. So I think Edge would have gotten hurt more there. Even though he was the one dishing out the clothesline, he's the one that landed on the floor, and Orton is bleeding like a stuck pig. How? He took a clothesline. When did he get busted open? Oh, the headbutt. All right. Well, they've really put over the fact that the ring apron is the hardest part of the ring, and I hate that. I hate that with a passion, because that means the center of the ring is the softest part of the ring, and that's where most of the action takes place. So why would you care? And I know that it isn't. I've been in the ring. There's people that we've had on this podcast that have been in a WWE ring. Nick Burke has been in a WWE ring. Corey Castle's been in a WWE ring. They know how hard that ring is. So to take away from it and say that the ring apron is the hardest part of the ring, I don't know. I don't like that at all. I'm surprised Vince allows that. I'm surprised no one's gone to Vince and said, hey, can you get them to stop saying this? Because it's making it sound like the middle of the ring is the softest part, and we're all weaklings. Surprised they're allowing blood. Like, usually they stop this stuff right away. I got to imagine that maybe he got busted open the hard way. I don't know. I mean, they don't usually allow blood when there's not a pandemic. You know what I'm saying? So it's. I had a feeling that somebody was going to get some color. That's old school right there. If you see red, that means it's green. Meaning when there's blood, there's money. Because it adds to the drama of the match. Edge needs to shave his face more. Which is when he has that gray stubble, just he looks so much older. So when he's winded in the ring, he looks like a winded old man. There's that backbreaker. Talked about it earlier, that Randy Orton backbreaker. I love it. They keep on saying, I guess. Yeah, okay, yeah. Wow. I'm glad they replayed that. Yeah, it was a modified into a neck breaker. And with Edge's surgically repaired neck, it makes sense. There you go, man. They're doing a really good job with this match. They're making sure everything makes sense. Sometimes you watch wrestling and you're like, why are they doing that? I did it earlier today. Why is Lana out there? It doesn't make any sense. But they're doing very well with it. And they got time. They got time left to drag this out And to really build that drama, and I don't know if they're pumping in sounds or not, audience reactions, because I know they don't have that many people in the crowd, but it sounds like there's a lot of people in the crowd. Like, it really looks like there's just one row at ringside, but it sounds like they have the entire floor filled. Is that Karen Q there at ringside? She's on the channel. Check her out, Karen Q. I don't know what matches I have of hers. If I don't have anything posted yet, I will soon. I know I filmed a bunch of her in ECWA with Deonna Purrazzo and a couple different people. So she'll be on there. Definitely worth a watch. I know I have a promo or two of hers. She's good. Back to this match, though. Again, they're going from... Oh, God, those tables never break. They're going from traditional wrestling match to let's brawl and kill each other. Like, how many... I could not hear what was whispered there, but that was really creepy. Yeah, how many times we've seen Randy Orton go to a table, start pulling it apart, and try and put somebody through it, do an RKO through the table or something like that. They have to be pumping in crowd sounds, right? I have the volume low because it's going to get copyright claimed all over the place, but it really sounds like there's a full crowd in there. Is this the Orton stomp, or is this no, he was just stomping on the ankle. Oh, never mind, he's stomping on the hand now. Stomp to the head, and we got the Orton stomp.
This right here, this is where Randy Orton is at
No?
his best.
Picking him up?
His opponent is weak. When he is wavering,
Nope, just scraping his head against your boot. All right. I think the traditional wrestling match part is over. So we're starting to slip out of Orton trying to out-wrestle. Well, we have slipped out of Orton trying to out-wrestle Edge. Because even though he's got a headlock on now, he was pulling hair, he was stomping on feet, he was throwing punches, went over and slammed him on the table, rubbing his boot across his face. He's done. He wants to put Edge away, but he's going to wear him down. But not just with a headlock. He's going to wear him down with stuff that really hurts, really stings. And is really cheating. So, putting forth that he is the heel and Edge is the face. Really working over the fact that Edge has a surgically repaired neck here. Smacking him in the back of the head, using neck breakers and stuff like that. I dug the build-up of this match because it wasn't... The build-up to the match at WrestleMania was all like, you came back and you shouldn't have, and I'm putting you out because I love you and I don't want you to get hurt more. So I have to hurt you to save you, which was weird, but it made sense. It made way more sense than I'm explaining it. This match was just like, you beat me at WrestleMania, so I want to wrestle you now. Let's not fight in the back and on top of trucks and stuff like that. Let's get in the ring and see who's the better wrestler. And that's pretty much the entire storyline. Is let's just wrestle. Let's see who's better. So I've been digging it. Edge with the three amigos there. from made famous by Eddie Guerrero. I'm starting to sweat again. I don't know why I bother turning off the fan. See, this fan runs on D batteries, and I'm not trying to replace 6 D batteries all the time. I'll turn it back on. Make it a little cooler. We're getting to the point on a Sunday night where people in this house have to go to sleep. So I have to be a little quieter. You know, I was being pretty quiet to begin with. Let's lay down and chop each other. That's different. Oh, God, Orton, wipe your face. Spitting all over the place. Jeez, man. Jeez, man. It's a nice drop kick. Oh, don't compare him to Ricky Steamboat. Come on now. Now you're just being silly.
At the same time, Edge putting some space between himself and the Viper on the outside of the ring. And smartly so. I mean, Edge needs to find a little bit of breathing room.
This is a really good match. It's good. It's not great. Not yet. And I have a feeling that they're going to build this up and make it great. It might have match of the year. Maybe if they really pump it up. I don't see them pulling out the greatest match of all time. It's a weird sell by Edge. I understand he's like, you know, they're putting over the fact that his neck is messed up and all this other stuff, but it's a weird sell. He does that a lot. It's like, I don't know.
That's not a man who's 100% present in the moment.
He's been doing that since he's been back. It's weird. Yeah, we talked about it on Rassle Rock. How just naming this the greatest wrestling match ever before it even airs is a little pretentious. And it's a little, I mean, it's I'm sure it sold some network subscriptions. I'm sure there's a lot of people tuning into this right now just to see what they do to try and make it the greatest match of all time. But it's I don't know. It's a weird label to put on it. You can see that on my YouTube channel. Is the cameraman in the ring? Why? Why are you in the ring? I mean, that's just weird to put a cameraman in the ring. I mean, I guess since there's no crowd, nobody's going to complain about it, but it's a weird camera angle. I don't know. I don't know if I like that or not. Like, look, this replay right here almost knocked the damn cameraman over. Because it's hard to hold a 15-pound camera or 20 pounds or whatever it is while the ground under your feet is shaking. So I don't know. It's a weird angle. My allergies are coming back. No! I can't see! Ugh. So yeah. Yeah, you can hear that on the Rassle Rock podcast. That's on my YouTube channel. Or you can just download the podcast if you just rather listen to it. Sorry, I'm getting my plugs in now. Because when this is over, I don't want to bog everything down with plugs. have you subscribed yet? Subscribe to my channel, tinyurl.com/YouTube Rick Connor. If you're watching this, it's definitely on YouTube, not on Facebook. Yeah. Subscribe, please. Ring that bell for the notifications. Leave some comments. Smash that like button. I'm sorry. Okay, we're good. Last Diet Coke of the night. Yes, I drink a lot of Coke. I do not drink a lot of water. It's just how I am. I don't think I'm ever going to drink a lot of water. That was an old Christian move right there. Was that Christian's move or Miz? Or Jericho? I'm pretty sure it was Christian that I first saw do that. Back on the top rope now. Oh gosh, off the top of the DDT. Okay. Executioner, that's what they call it. I knew Edge had a DDT as well. I couldn't remember the name of it. Who else had that? The jumping DDT or the lifting DDT or whatever. Was it Gangrel? I mean, a lot of people have had it, but I'm just trying to figure out where I saw it first. Ooh, that was close.
Watch this again. Randy Orton went for his patent breaking DDT. And what a response by Edge with the DDT.
All right, that's a legit "this is awesome" chant. Unless somebody went around and said, hey, when he hits the executioner, start chanting. But no, I think that was that might have been organic. That might have been natural. Nice knee to the face. That is Karen Q. Hi, Karen Q. I hope they put you on television wrestling pretty soon. I think she's been in Mae Young Classic, maybe. Pretty sure. Yo, if the people at ringside, I know they're students and I know they're at the Performance Center and they're part of NXT and all this other stuff. If they're not legitimately into this match, then they're great actors. Because they really look like they're really into this match. And they should be. This is a really good match. Crossbody, very nice. Not enough to get the 3, obviously. It's a crossbody. Calm down, lady. Has a crossbody ever put anybody away? I'm sure it has, like back in the late 80s, early 90s or something like that. Just trying to think of like I've seen it where the crossbody hits and then they do the momentum carries the heel over and the heel gets the cover. I'm just trying to think of a crossbody. Has a crossbody ever been the finish? And not for somebody, if it's like Jimmy Snuka or somebody that has it as their finish, that's one thing. And I'm not talking about like a frog splash or something like that with Rob Van Dam. I'm talking about, like we just saw, a crossbody. Crossbody block, 1, 2, 3. I was about to say, do not end this with a surprise roll-up. All right, see how he's got his feet crossed there? Or he did. Never mind. Okay, but he's got his left leg across the arm of Randy Orton. He should have those feet crossed. I don't know why he doesn't, but oh, I see why he doesn't. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. He's laying across the back, again, with the lungs. Makes sense. Do not end this with a surprise roll-up. I swear to God, WWE. Trying to get the crossface in. Makes sense. That's psychology. He's been working it. That works. So Edge hasn't had too many matches since he's been back. Returned at the Royal Rumble, and then he had the match at WrestleMania. Right? I don't think he's had another match since or before. Right? Royal Rumble to WrestleMania, he hasn't had a match. It's just been those two, right? Yeah, because after the Royal Rumble, Orton put him out. They didn't come back until WrestleMania. So this is only his third match back. What is his finish now? Is he using a different finish? Because I think... What was the finish at WrestleMania? I feel like he threw him off a truck or something. I don't remember. But I mean, I know he used to use the spear. I wonder if he's still doing that or if he's using that crossface as his finish now. The fans are great. I like that style of powerbomb that he did. He brought it down and he clamped his legs together to hold those shoulders to make it harder for Orton to kick out. Again, makes sense. Why don't you do this all the time? You can do it, obviously. I mean, obviously not everybody's as great as Edge and Randy Orton, but like you can do it this way. This NWA does it this way. Why not? It's fine. I mean, this is the reason that people don't watch WWE is because a lot of it doesn't make any sense. And we were talking about it last week with the NXT show, how selling has kind of gone out the window. But you can see here that it's good and it works. So why not do it more? I don't know. I guess depends on what kind of reception this match gets. It's not great so far. So far, started out great, but now it's kind of look at that camera work. How do you get that angle? How do you get that angle? I'd be scared to death, and it's like because he was right under Edge's face. I'd be scared to death that he was going to get dropped on my camera. I don't know, but yeah. It started out great. Love the wrestling, love the psychology. It's starting to break down into a typical Edge and Randy Orton match. Like their styles are really starting to show. Like the stuff that we've been seeing over the last, 20 years or so, that's starting to really come out now. I haven't seen the Edge-O-Matic in a while. But again, this is his third match back. I forgot about the Edge-O-Matic. Remember when Edge was so cool? He just had all these moves. Named a whole Edgecutioner, Edge-O-Matic. Back when he didn't know what the hell to use as a finish. But he hasn't used that as a finish in a long time, so I don't know why he's so shocked that he didn't get the win there. Surprised Edge grew his hair back out. Just my own thoughts and musings. Setting up for that spear. I guess he is using the spear for his finish. Is he going to hit it? Nope. And, he went for the RKO. I thought that was coming. Unprettier. I thought he was going to go for a backslide, but he hit the unprettier. 1, 2. If he would have got that, I think we would have seen Christian just appear magically out of nowhere. I don't remember if I saw Raw. I saw that Christian was supposed to come back. I don't know if he did or not. It's good to at least hear a crowd. If they're pumping that in, you know what? Good for them.
Superhuman effort tonight from Edge and Orton at Backlash. And the fight just continues.
Who is that girl in the dreads? I feel like I've seen her on NXT before. Oh, he caught that across the chest. That can really hurt. People ask a lot, what are the ropes made out of? Rope. They're made out of rope. The ropes are made out of rope. It's just tape around the rope to give it color and to not have, people burning themselves on the... Rope burns are a real thing. And it hurts like hell. But yeah, they're made out of rope. So getting dropped on rope freaking hurts. A pedigree, really? So we've seen an unprettier and we've seen a pedigree. Pretty sure that was 3, ref. Why are you checking your teeth? That's gross. What? Just the spit strings coming off. That's gross. See, like you heard the "This is awesome" chant, and that sounded like a crowd. The "Fight Forever" chant, you can tell. Like, come on, people. Like, do it or don't do it. Why is this happening? It's a rock bottom. And they called it a rock bottom. I don't hate it. I'm not disliking it. I'm just like, okay. Okay. Rock bottom. You know what's coming next. Oh. I know. Well, I've seen Edge do a sharpshooter before. But it made sense. Come on. Stunner. Come on. Gotta see it. Gotta see it. And now he's going for a backslide. Okay. That's what I thought he was going for before. Unless he's going for that unprettier again, but I don't think that's how you go into it. Ah! That was good. Kicked him right in the back of the leg. Made a lot of sense. European uppercut. Now you're doing some Cesaro's moves. You're just going to steal everybody's moves until you win.
Watch this again. Randy Orton rattling the spine, the neck of Edge.
Not a great European uppercut, but those moves are hard to do, believe it or not. Pardon me. I want to see a stunner. I want to see a big boot and a leg drop. I want to see a, I don't know, earthquake splash? Vader bomb? But we haven't seen a spear or an RKO yet. So they're not doing that thing where they're kicking out of each other's moves. There's the RKO. And he kicked out. Okay, you just proved me wrong. That's what I just said. I hate when people kick out of finishers. I hate it. I hate it. Because honestly, if no one's ever kicked out of the RKO before, that would have been a huge, big deal. Huge deal. But how many people have taken that RKO and kicked out of it? Like John Cena, like Kurt Angle, like, oh God, name somebody. And they've kicked out of an RKO to add to the drama. If people kick out of your finish all the time, it's not a finisher. Don't do that.
This right here, gentlemen. Let me tell you something. Some people ask what they need to do. Randy Orton.
Come on.
To finish this encounter. He's going to that dark.
I'm getting pumped now. I want Edge to get up and spear him because I know it's coming. Oh, man. So, you know, what is Orton doing here? He should be on him right now. Oh, is he backing up for a spear himself? He's going to steal Edge's move, huh? Is that what's happening? Or not? Or Edge just spears him. Cover him. Please don't kick out. Cover him. Cover him. Cover him. Cover him. Is he going for another one? Oh, yeah. Hits him again. Please cover. 1, 2. All right. Still positive. Still a good match. Stop stepping on each other's finisher and pretending that it's just drama. It's not good. Because people have kicked out of plenty of spears before. Jesus, John Cena did it when Edge cashed in the Money in the Bank, the first Money in the Bank. After John Cena just got beaten and bloodied in the Elimination Chamber. Edge comes in, hits him with a spear, and he kicks out. Had him hit him with another spear. Now Randy Orton just took 2 spears and still kicked out. What's that tell you? The finisher doesn't get the job done. That means it's not a finisher. Sorry, but that's taking away from this match for me. And there's the RKO. He's going to kick out, isn't he? He kicked out. See, that's not. It's fine if you're doing a rock bottom or a sharpshooter or something like that. That's not your move. That's somebody else's move. So that makes sense to kick out of that. To kick out of 2 RKOs and 2 spears. That doesn't add to drama for me. That just steps on your finisher and means that it's not a good finisher. I don't know. What do you guys think? You agree with me? I agree with me. This is great commentary by me. I need a more comfortable chair in here. My ass is sore. FYI. What is this? What was he going for? Oh, there's the punt. Okay, come on. And it's a 3 count. Okay. At least he hit him with a different finisher. And that put him away. Why would you put the heel over? Why would you put the heel over? Because now everybody that hates the heel is going to hate this match. Don't you think? Edge needs to shave his chest, dude. Jesus Christ. I was trying not to say anything, but damn, dude. Like, you're stepping into old school Scott Hall territory. Like, come on. Say, go home. I can't hear what he's whispering. I have to talk over this because it's the copyrighted music. This is probably what the stuff that's getting claimed. This is why I'm not allowed on Facebook. So not a bad match at all. That was a very good match. I'm not saying that's not good. Is it the greatest match ever? Absolutely not. But it was good. Match of maybe not even match of the year. I don't know. There's been a lot of good matches this year, but it was good. It was good. It was the best WWE match that I've seen in a while. Main event, best WWE main event that I've seen in a while. Like, honestly, I think that Daniel Bryan and Drew Gulak, I think that was better. You know what? Daniel Bryan and AJ Styles this past Friday on SmackDown, I thought that was a better match than this. This was just longer. Basically, like, that was the only thing. This was, this was like 45 minutes. So, yeah, it was good. I enjoyed it. Yeah, the only problem I have with this match is the the whole kicking out of each other's finishers thing. That's a thing that's been going on for a long time, since the late 90s, I believe. A lot of people have been doing that, just kicking out of each other's finishers. I don't like it. I really don't like that. But other than that, everything was great. Everything else made sense. It made sense to end it with a punt. I don't agree with Randy Orton going over, only because they've labeled it the greatest match ever, the greatest wrestling match ever. And in the greatest wrestling match ever, you don't have a heel go over, because fans are going to look at that. Fans, I'm talking about, like, I don't want to call them marks because it's a little derogatory, but I'm talking about the people that really buy into it, that really don't like Randy Orton because he's a bad guy, that really like Edge because he's a good guy. Those people, man, they're going to look at this and be like, well, I don't like this match because the wrong person won. We, as wrestling fans, people that are in the business, people that are in the know, even smart marks, again, a little derogatory, but the smart marks are looking at it and going, okay, not a bad match. You know what I mean? I don't think this is a Matt classic that they wanted it to be. They're pulling in a stretcher. See, now they really sell the punt thing. I don't think anybody's ever kicked out of the punt. So why doesn't he just have that as his finisher? But then they're also overselling the fact that this puts people in the hospital and concusses them, and So I don't know, man. Yeah, Edge is refusing the help from the EMTs. Doing this, I can get it. I can make it on my own. I'm gonna throw for 5,000 yards. Oh, little brother. Is this supposed to be a respect thing going back and forth? Why is Orton still on the entranceway? No, I think they're just ending it here. They're just staring each other down. Okay. Well, let me get this off the screen here, and we'll go over a few things here. Okay, so that's the end of that. Okay, man. So that was Backlash. I enjoyed it. I really did enjoy the pay-per-view as a whole. There was some stuff, I've been talking about it, I didn't enjoy. I didn't see much of the Apollo Crews and Andrade match from the pre-show. I saw the end of it with Kevin Owens interfering. If they're setting up a Kevin Owens and Andrade feud, that's going to be awesome. I'm glad that they kept the title on Apollo Crews. I was worried that they were going to take it off. Bayley and Sasha Banks retained. I thought that was a decent match. And I was going back and forth as I was watching it. Like, should they lose the titles now and write that 2-month storyline to SummerSlam where they're splitting up or whatever? I thought that if you let me get this ticker thing off here. There we go. I thought that if you have you have them chase the title for a minute, and when they can't get it done, and it's still Bayley blaming Sasha Banks or something like that. It depends on how you want to write it. It could go like that, and you could drag it out for 2 months. It'll be interesting to see if they're even going to do that, if they're going to split them up still or not. They are the tag team champions right now. Sheamus and Jeff Hardy was pretty much the match that I thought it was going to be. It was a little slow paced. I was a little bored in the middle of it. I thought that they should be on each other more. So this is a very heated feud. This is more I'm mad at you, so I want to beat you. I want to beat you down. I thought they should have gotten on each other a little bit more, because it wasn't just Jeff Hardy that was pissed off. Like, Sheamus was pissed off at Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy was stealing the spotlight all the time. So why wouldn't Sheamus come at Jeff Hardy like full force and I'm going to put you down because I don't like you? That was my only problem with that match. Other than that, I thought that was great. Asuka and Nia Jax. I'm glad that Asuka is still the Raw Women's Champion. I am not glad that it ended on a double countout. That probably means that the feud is going to continue. And my thoughts on Nia Jax. I don't think that she'd be in any kind of title picture. I kind of don't think that she should be in the ring because she is not safe. We've proven that time and time again. Braun Strowman versus the Miz and Morrison. That match pretty much went as expected. It wasn't great. It wasn't anything to write home about, but I thought they got the job done. I thought that was pretty well done. Drew McIntyre and Bobby Lashley. I thought that was great until Lana came out. I don't know where they're going with the storyline with Lana. Hopefully, one of these days, we'll actually find out. Other than that, great match. I really enjoyed that. The Street Profits versus the Viking Raiders, or the Viking Prophets, or whatever they're calling themselves now. I don't understand what's happening. A cinematic match that I wish I would have seen from the beginning. As you saw, I stepped away. I went to the bathroom, got myself a drink, yada, yada, yada. I didn't know that they were going to do a cinematic style match. I would have stuck around a lot more for that. A little bit longer for that. Great to see my girl Jessie K, man. Jessica Carr. Used to have a big crush on her when she was on the Indies. I'm glad she's in the WWE right now. She's not watching. It doesn't matter. She was a great wrestler. She's a great referee. I'm glad that she's doing well on SmackDown. I thought we were going to get a regular tag team title match. I don't know where this is going. I don't know why there were ninjas. I don't know why. I think it was Tozawa. I'm not sure. I'm not really sure. It looks like him, but maybe it wasn't. There's no saving that. So I'm just going to keep on going. And then Randy Orton and Edge, we just talked about. Good match. I'm going to say it was a great match. It was one of the better main event matches that I've seen in a long time from WWE. Not the greatest wrestling match ever by any stretch of the imagination. And I think the wrong person won. if you're trying to get it be called the greatest wrestling match ever by anyone, don't put the heel over. It's as simple as that. But I like the pay-per-view. I really enjoyed it. I'm curious to see Mark Kalbacher and Corey Castle's opinion on it. When they watch it, we'll have them on next week for the podcast, next Sunday. We're going to have that up. I'm probably going to strip the audio of this and put it up as an audio podcast as well, so you can just have it on your phone as you're rewatching the pay-per-view. So we'll do that, and we'll be back for a regular episode of Rassle Rock next week with Mark Kalbacher and Corey Castle. Check out my YouTube channel. I've said it already. I'm going to say it again. tinyurl.com/YouTube Rick Connor. And as you can see down on the screen there, that's CONNOR, not ER. Sorry, people that spell it ER. You're wrong. Check out our Teespring shop. Buy some Rassle Rock merchandise, man. It's teespring.com/stores/Rassle-Rock. Everything on there, 100% of all the proceeds go to charity. So definitely pick up some t-shirts or whatnot. What am I missing? My other podcast that I do with Mark's sister, Karen Kalbacher. It's called It's Something to Do. It's on iTunes and wherever you listen to podcasts. It's free. It's a pop culture podcast going over new pop culture, old pop culture, and maybe we'll find something for you to do. Check it out. It's on Star. You can listen to it wherever. If you want to catch every single episode, go to starbug42.podbean.com. That's STARBUG 42. Check out Corey Castle's podcast, The Uneducated. Nope. Sorry, Mark. Corey Castle's podcast, Evolving with Corey Castle, has a lot of great guests on there. Our old podcast guest that we've had on before, Nico Sozio, has a great podcast called Struggling with Sozio. So check that out as well. I think that's all my plugs. So thank you very much for watching this. Please subscribe. Please leave a like if you liked it. Subscribe if you love it. Hit that bell for notifications. And that is the end of our show. So hope you enjoyed it. And we'll be back next month, I guess, for the Extreme Rules pay-per-view. And that's it, man. Let's take it out like we always do with Mr. Nick Bird.
It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday.
Bye, guys.